Gemini, what's going on? All right, let me focus in our energies here for Gemini, please, for love and money for October 2019. Okay, it looks like you're in a good place. Happy, good health. Okay, potentially looking at some options right now. Seven of Cups is my option paralysis card, or okay, maybe you are living your best life, but for some reason you are spying on somebody or they're spying on you. It's not always what it is. That can be somebody that is just very immature and they're in their head about something. That can be jealousy. Page of Swords in reverse with the sun there. That does seem like it could be definitely jealousy or a minor surgery that you come out of just fine. So very intuitive. Okay. Successful fruition of a creative project or a happy home. For Gemini, please, for October 2019. For Gemini, please. Flying for you. Just flying. Like flying fish. Just jumping out. Okay. So, first. Lord. Nice. Cut my nails, I think. Okay. 10 of Swords upright. 5 of Swords upright. The 8 of Swords in reverse. And 9 of Swords in reverse. Lord. What's going on with you guys? So much in your head. Okay, Ace of Wands, that's gorgeous. That's my favorite of all the aces. Boy, what is this scenario here? Interesting. Let's keep going. So we have the 9 of Swords upright, the 5 of Swords upright, the 8 of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Cups in reverse, and now the 2 of Wands in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Wands, the Devil in reverse, and the 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So, I'm just going to tell you right now, you have thought about a situation to death. You've literally thought about a situation and been stuck in your head ad nauseum here. Like, you just can't, there's nowhere else to go with this. I think that somebody that caused you, hold on. Sorry for the pause here. I'm just taking in what I'm hearing from all of this. So some past situation, obviously very painful with the 10 of Swords. You felt like you can't defend. You don't even care about defending it anymore. You don't care about did I call this a night? 7 Wands. Reverse. My apologies. I don't know why I did that. I think I did it in the last reading too. I guess that means something. So it's like you don't want to defend something anymore. You feel like you've definitely battled enough, and you don't feel like you ended up on top in a situation or a scenario. And it really put you, you know, there's so much in your head here in this reading, Gemini. This can be another air sign, specifically in Aquarius. I got fire signs and air signs here primarily. There's like this small influence of Capricorn with the devil here in reverse, or water signs in general with these couple cups cards, but I really think that they're energies and not people. The only person I see is probably an air sign. Possibly a Capricorn. I don't know. This is like the energy of absolute giving up on something, but also just so wounded over either you at one point were ready to like fight to the death about this, and at any cost, like you didn't care what it took to win. You didn't care who you hurt and who you took from or whatever, because you were so angry. You were so hurt that it came out as anger. It came out as a sharp tongue. And I feel like you're regretting the way things went down, either on your part or somebody else. And there's still a lot of hurt here. Like a ton. But you've realized that you've been holding yourself in your head about it. And that you're not going to see deception and envy. You're not going to see there's not going to be anything to come of this. Like nothing is going to change. It's this very stalemate energy. Like there's nothing really coming into creation. Patience, deception, envy, and the universe. There's new energy coming in for you, which is fantastic. This is like a spark of creativity, potentially a hope for reunion. This can be a hope for it's a new beginning for you. And I feel like it's very creative or passionate in nature. This could be a fire sign that's come in for you amidst this pain and anguish and the situation that you're kind of still sorting out from. I feel like it blew up epically. The situation that's behind you was like an epic blow up or a failure. There is not going to be reunion in the future here. And I think that you're coming out of your like mental prison to realize that that's not a realistic hope. Okay. I think that here in the present, maybe you found yourself having that hope, or like I said, this could be a new fire sign that's come in that you're passionate about, but it's just the very beginning. And it's like maybe I don't know, something about the new energy coming in makes you realize that it's just not going to happen, and that it was toxic, and you're not going to hold yourself to it anymore, and you just are feeling like that is not a good option. Like you finally see the situation for what it is, and you're not going to wait on it anymore, which is fantastic, Gemini. That's like awesome energy it's energy of moving on here, but it's just epic pain and oh my God, epic pain and pettiness and just harsh words, and Lord have mercy. You were dealing with a fire sign or an air sign in the past, I do believe. And they probably have both in their chart, is what I'm seeing here. But just epic, like mouthing off and just fighting and incredible. And I would venture to think there's so much of it that it seems like it's on both parts. So what I want to draw your attention to is patience and the universe. I think that in the middle of the month here, you get fired up and maybe want to go run out and, you know, party and meet somebody new and, oh, fuck them. And I do what I want. I'm a savage attitude, basically. I'm a beast. I can replace them. This ain't no thing. Doesn't matter. The universe and patience coming out after deception and envy, this pain. It's more of this pain that's not processed. Okay. It's in reverse. You need to give yourself time. You need to give the universe time to let this heal. okay? And let them send you the friends and the new energies and the new creative projects or the new job, or there's new energy that's going to come in for you. But almost all of this stuff, except for this pain, okay, and the mental anguish of it, that end of everything is the only thing that is near completion. Everything else is in this energy of it's needing more time to resolve, because we're in these low numbers. You've got 3s, 2s, aces, 5s. It's, you know, it's not very, very far along. So it's almost like you need to give the universe time to catch up with where it needs to help you end up at, if that makes any sense. So let me get some more clarification on this. Give advice to Geminis for October 2019. What's their advice, please? What's their advice, please? King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so the Hermit in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles upright, the King of Wands in reverse. So I think a lot of you were dealing with a fire sign. Like I said, fire and air. And sure, King of Swords is on the bottom. So as advice, the King of Wands in reverse is not a good guy. He's spiteful. He's vindictive. He's very imbalanced. It's lacking creation, okay? But you are advised to move forward with your plans, your mastery, your very tangible creation that's for yourself, okay? But do not put your head down and work so hard that you don't pay any attention to everything that's around you. But the time for trying to not believe the truth that's in front of your face is definitely over with. Like, you know for a fact what happened or what is going on, and there's some element here of not wanting to believe it. I think it's like you love somebody so much that you did not want to believe what happened. The pain is telling you otherwise, because you know. More advice, please, for Gemini. Ooh, what do we got here? That went all the way across the room, y'all. Okay. So the Devil flew way across the room. Toxic dynamic, okay? Once again, 7 of Wands, this time upright. And the Devil. And the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The advice is flat out this situation, that whatever it is that comes to mind when I talk about this is very, very toxic and very bad for you. And it is time to definitively move away from it. This has an obsessive nature to it, or an addictive nature to it. You may be overindulging in vices, basically, at this point. Drinking, drugs, alcohol, escapist activities, okay? Things that cause addictions. You've created a major imbalance in yourself and the situation that you are leaving, that you need to leave behind. Absolutely. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. This is not something that you can go back and deal with. There is nothing in here that's like, oh, you should go. Not at all. This is absolutely awful energy that you need to steer away from. But you need to be patient with yourself and not jump into anything else, okay? It's vitally important. Like, you've got to cleanse yourself after this energy. I want you to move away from the situation, but do not allow yourself to fall victim to your own mind. You need to actually deal with your emotions, deal with what happened in a very factual way, and honor how you feel. Acknowledge, honor, identify how you feel. Don't just try to like stuff it down. Because I definitely see this energy of potentially escapism, workaholism. Like we've got the devil upright, the hermit in reverse. It's like, I'm not going to think about this anymore. I'm just going to work this away to forget about it. I might, you know, this guy is a partier. You might be, you know, tempted to just kind of like party it away, not think about it. So please don't respond to that in this way. You need to do this in a very healthy, balanced way, and it's showing me imbalance. So I caution you to watch your own behavior. Don't let passions run away with you this month. You do not need to get involved with anybody else. Leave this idiot air sign, fire sign behind, whomever they are, and move forward. The universe is going to be sending you gifts in, okay? This person, too, in this relationship was some kind of karmic lesson. They are a soulmate, okay? But that doesn't mean that they're going to stay around forever or that they're meant to. There's a lesson to be learned in this. You need to take that lesson and anything that was good from it and lovingly release it so that your energy can be free and your mind can be free and you can move forward. All of these cards too indicate to me that honestly therapy could be a good idea so that you don't go into another relationship and like act out the same scenario again. Hope that that makes sense, because you could find yourself repeating this cycle with a new person because you'll call in the same type of energy and the same type of person. So you're going to need to look pretty deep into yourself about it and really, really make sure that you resolve this pain. Maybe look up, it's called the completion process, and that's a great way to resolve traumas, because this looks absolutely traumatic and like you would just go into overdrive of escapism, basically seeking to overcome it, but it'll be deceptive because you'll think that you are over it and, you know, I don't need them anymore. Hold on here. Let me get another couple cards. I feel compelled to pull one of these for you. I haven't even like debuted this deck on my channel because I got it special to do Halloween feature readings for this month. Can we give Gemini advice? I'd like a piece of advice for this reading for Gemini, for this toxic dynamic that needs to be healed. Now, this is the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I think it's pretty cool. I've been working with it for a good month now, and I definitely like it. For Gemini for October 2019, please, advice on this spread that I just did, Spirit. For Gemini, please. There we go. Mummy and Jack-o'-lantern. So mummy is change. And that's very, very important. You need to change your scenery, change your mindset, change your spiritual outlook, and probably change, I just heard this, change your outlook. This is Jack-o'-lantern, which is protection. It definitely looks to me like you are going to need some protection. I mean, honestly, too, as advice, this person from the past is a bad enough person that I want you to physically be careful. Be careful with your possessions. Be careful with your mind. Be careful with your energy. Be careful of psychic attack. Okay. Protect yourself, your things, your energy, your people in every way that you can. But you need to change your scenery, change your inside. And I mean emotionally, look at yourself. Like really, really make change in your life. Do not respond to this situation the same way that you always have in the past. Because you have had a similar scenario in your relationships before. Whoever this message is meant for, this might only be one of you. But you know that you've done this before. In a sort. Let me find this one in here. Okay, so this says, mummy changed, sand in his mouth, the bandages wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. The Egyptians looked to death very seriously, or took death very seriously. Death was seen, or was not seen, as many of us see it, a finality to be dreaded. It's the beginning of a new life, and often eternal life in a better place, the afterlife. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through the complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This is not just a physical embalming process, but carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation for the next world. Many cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, Argentinians, the Maori, and other cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genres, the mummy has become an icon. From early horror writing to the turn of the century, or early horror writing at the turn of the century to very popular films, The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, the plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tombs and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable no matter how hard you try, and things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers. This is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactic is needed. You're not cursed. You've just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. So this sounds to me like the message from Spirit for some of you is having to do with just needing to change yourself on the inside because you're leading yourself down a very dangerous and destructive path. In general, this may not be directly having to do with any one person. This just might be like a bad place in life at this point. Does that make sense, Gemini? So, basically the guidance is save yourself, protect yourself, change yourself right now while you can for the better. Because it's going to fix everything that you've been concerned with. And these cycles and these patterns that keep happening in your life. Anyway, okay, Gemini. I'm going to let it go there. I'll see you in one of the other readings. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Please like the video and leave me a comment if this resonated. Lord, can't talk. Anyway, have a fantastic October. I will see you guys later. Bye.